Hi everyone. I hope you're doing really well. I wanted to jump on live. It's been a really long time. It's been a whole hot minute since I've actually gone live. And I think it's just been so busy with lots of good things happening in the business, in life. And so I'm excited to actually go live after, I think, what's been maybe 3 months. So today I just wanted to talk about the Australian reporting standards that are emerging into the new year of 2025, and just to really talk about what's happening in Australia in the ESG space, because it's wonderful to see Australia starting to, I guess, catch up in a way, catch up to the world stage and what's happening around the world, and taking our own steps. I guess every step, no matter how big or how small, it's important. And I think as long as we're all moving towards that direction of looking at conscious behavior, both in our lives, in businesses, in communities, that's what's really important here. So if you have a question, hopefully it pops up on the live that I'm on. I just don't have the usual way that I do this with the phone at hand. It was needing to be charged. So hopefully I'll see your questions. But I guess what I wanted to start with is the world is, moving towards a sustainable economy. I mean, there's no question about it. And there are so many different concepts and ideas. It's kind of a saturated space, really. And even if we just look at ESG alone, there are numerous ESG frameworks and standards, and they can be at a global level, they could be at a regional level, they could be at a country level, and it's complicated. And so just to really highlight, I guess, where the key trends are happening, at least globally, is that in the ESG space, what is now becoming really well respected and the way forward is to look at a double materiality impact on your business. And that's where we consider the financial impact, so the financial implications of climate risk and climate change events and the situations that are caused from these sorts of events, as well as the direct impact materiality from our operations, from our supply chain. And that's, of course, looking at four key pillars of sustainability, which is environmental, social, human, and economic. So I guess, that's one of the key trends, is looking at a double materiality so that you can have a much more holistic picture. And that way, leading to the second trend, which is that you can then report in an integrated way. So you're not just reporting on your financial impact separately, you're not just reporting on your ESG impact separately, but you're actually bringing it all together in an integrated report. And so this is the way forward, and where many organizations are moving towards. And, to go back a little bit in terms of history of how this, not so much how this started. I mean, this is not the exact source of it, but businesses have been reporting on their financial status for a long time, right? Everybody has their financial report there for the past year if you're a well-sized business. And so this idea of reporting and being transparent with your internal operations and the information within your business has evolved over time to become something that is looking at ESG and focusing more around climate change and sustainability. And so now what Australia is doing is starting to take those first few steps. We're starting to do that with the ASRS, which is an IFRS aligned framework. So ASRS stands for the Australian Sustainability Reporting Standards. Again, aligned to IFRS, which is the international framework for reporting standards. But what we are doing here in Australia is, in the new year, looking to roll out this new mandate, this new required legislation around the reporting standards for Australia for financial reporting on climate risk. And so many organizations are going to need to start reporting. And I think they have a pretty quick rollout in terms of the time frame, where obviously the biggest organizations have to start reporting immediately, and then it rolls down pretty quickly to smaller organizations across 3 years. And what that shows, I think, in terms of the time frame that they've given for this rollout and for it to trickle down to the smaller organizations pretty quickly over 3 years, is a very great indication, in my opinion, to show that they are doing this in a, I guess, forceful is probably not the right word, but in a really active way. So it's really actively pushing forward on this new reporting standard. And of course, there's pressure on businesses to then, to then start considering ASRS within their operations. And that's a challenging thing. But I think that the real opportunity here is for businesses to think about how can we both align with this ASRS standard that's coming out, but also consider as a future for our organization where we want to go, what should we be thinking about now in these early stages rather than just aligning with ASRS, maybe doing it in a way that is much more globally thinking, which is why I mentioned those global trends earlier, which is not just looking at it from the financial impact perspective, which is really where ASRS is focused, but also looking at it from a operational supply chain impact materiality, which is what the GRI really pushes on. So, GRI being one of the most well-recognized ESG frameworks. If you did a double materiality process with your ESG and considered frameworks like GRI, for example, from the impact perspective, and then IFRS or ASRS in Australia's case, from the financial impact perspective, then you're able to bring together the impact, the physical impact materiality, and the physical and transitional impact materiality and the financial impact materiality together to essentially come up with the areas that your business needs to focus on to really change and embed sustainable thinking. So it's it's a really exciting time, I think, for Australia. I'm really happy to see these sorts of changes happening at a governmental level, at a federal governmental level, and excited to see how this continues to evolve as well as as an evolving space and one in which we're seeing our economy change to be part of the global trends that are moving towards a sustainable economy. So I just wanted to share some quick thoughts about it. If I see any questions come up later, I'll definitely be sure to try and answer them. But if you're interested in talking about this more as well, reach out. It's always nice to have a conversation about things that we enjoy. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.